Manly Parks. Welcome to another episode of the Brandywine Angler. It's July 21st, it's a Sunday, 2019. We went to about 100 degrees today. Super hot, super sunny. It's about 6:45 p.m. right now. Still 92 degrees according to my car thermometer. And I thought I would slip out and see about trying to catch some fish on the evening bite in a local creek. I'm sure there won't be anything big. I've never caught anything big in this creek. Well, with the exception of one giant stocked trout. But otherwise, there aren't real big fish in this creek. But hey, I had a couple of hours. It's a weekend. It's the summer. I figured I'd try to go catch something. So let's see how we do. All right, as you can see, we've got a ultralight reel here, the Pflueger President 6920. And we have my St. Croix Trout Series little 5-foot ultralight action rod. So it should be fun, even though the fish will likely, if we catch any, be very Okay, we're going to start the day with old reliable 1/64 ounce trout magnet jig head with a 1-inch gulp minnow, likely looking spot right there. Let's see if it holds the fish. First fish of the day, beautiful little fall fish. Fall fish number 2, a few minutes later. Fall fish number 3, even smaller than fall fish 1 and 2. Fall fish number 4 unhooked itself before I could get it on camera, but fish number 5 is a beautiful, tiny little smallmouth bass. So I've got 5 fish in about, well, 5 minutes of fishing or so. What's my pattern? Well, I found this riffle spot. I wanted riffles because a little more oxygen in the really warm water. I'm in a shady stretch of this creek, as you can see, good tree cover here, out of the sun. And there's a little bit of a channel on this one side where the water is probably 2 feet deep. Right behind me, the water, you can see the bottom. The water is maybe 8 or 10 inches deep. And so these little fish are basically hanging in these little spots and eddies on the deeper side of this creek in the shade in the riffle. Fish number 6, a tiny little creek red breast. Pretty little fish. Found a little bit deeper water for this guy. Another red breast out of the same spot. Well, so far we've been getting really steady action on the 1-inch gulp minnow, but I'm going to switch over to this like 1.5-inch gulp hellgrammite just to see how it fishes. I've never fished this in this creek or anywhere else. I saw it in the store, thought it would be great in a little creek like this, so let's see how it does. Very first cast with the hellgrammite, another nice, very small but beautiful little creek red breast. Fish number 8, nice little fall fish on the hellgrammite. Fish number 9, another little red breast on the hellgrammite. Well, I guess this guy made it till late July before he got heat stroke, I suppose. This little rainbow trout, obviously a stocked fish here in the creek, made it half the summer. So that's why it's okay to go ahead and take those stocked fish, because they're not going to survive once that water warms up. This last few days of 90 degrees must have done him in. RIP fish. All right, I think we're at fish number 10. This is a beautiful little green sunfish on the hellgrammite from that nice looking little pool behind this deadfall. We got a great setup. We got current coming down, then this big tree is falling right across this pool, and then this fish was right behind it. Very next cast into the same spot where the green sunfish got caught. Nice little red breast. Beautiful male with the good spawning colors. Next cast, another fish, little red breast, same spot. Very next cast, fish number 13, tiny little red breast. Fish number 14 is probably our biggest fall fish of the day. Pretty little fish, same spot. Fish number 15, same spot, little red breast. Okay, we've been catching plenty of fish on the gulp. I'm going to try something new. I picked up these Bait Mate Ultralight baits. Apparently they're biodegradable, so they're environmentally friendly. This is what the particular one I'm using looks like. It is, I believe they're 2-inch nightcrawler or worm. So I'm just going to hook it on a trout magnet jig head and see how it does. All right, here it is, kind of wacky rigged. As you can see, it's kind of, it's not that supple. It's not as supple as the gulp. It's a little harder, but it should still give some pretty good action. We'll see how it does. So that's interesting. Fish number 16, but it came after about 6 casts, and when the fish hit, the worm came off the hook. So I'm not sure I'm going to fish that anymore. I think I'm going back to one of the gulp. I went back to the gulp minnow and I was rewarded, if you can say that, with a tiny, tiny little red breast. Fish number 18, another little red breast on the gulp minnow. Fish number 18, I think, nice little fall fish. Now, fish number 19 didn't make camera. It was a tiny, tiny little smallmouth bass, about 4 inches long, that flipped off as soon as I landed it. This is fish number 20, another fall fish. Now, another trout didn't survive the hot water. Dead trout number 3, RIP. Well, the action's slowing up a little bit as it gets darker, but fish number 21, a little fall fish. Fish number 22 is a little largemouth bass. That's pretty neat. All right, Mr. Larky, gonna go. Fish number 23, little red breast, very next cast after the largemouth. Pretty amazing. Very next cast, same spot after the largemouth and the red breast. Nice little smallmouth. I mean, it's tiny, but for a creek like this, it's pretty neat. And it's a beautiful, beautiful fish. Perfectly healthy. Fought really great, too. Oh, off he goes. Same spot, second cast, after the smallmouth, another red breast. Fish number 25, I believe. Next cast, fish number 26, another red breast. Well, that was a pretty neat little evening of fishing. 25 fish in maybe an hour and 35 minutes. Not a bad ratio, nothing big, but hey, can't beat that for a Sunday evening. What a great way to end the summer weekend. Well, as always, it's the Brandywine Angler Manly Parks. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.